Hey guys, I know it's been a while since we shot any episodes with regards to becoming, but I think I said a few weeks ago with my friend, not just my friend, but my brother, Phinius, actual brother Phinius, um, brother from another mother. I mean, we had a nice casual chat with regards to what changed since the last time we had him on the podcast to where he is at right now. Super excited for what's happening in his life and very nice conversation. And I'd like you guys to also just enjoy what we had. So much so, we had to do a second take. We had to, not a second take, but we actually had to continue where we left off. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this episode. Yo, it was actually it's something to do with marriage. That
Mm-hmm.
Philip was saying.
Yeah.
Yo, I was like, nah. But it's actually very long, but I'm gonna send it to you. I'm definitely gonna send it to you.
I think Philip is one of those people that rebukes you, which is
Every
very
day.
good because people at our age we think we know everything and
But
we can
it,
and we are beyond being disabled.
but the funny part, he does it every day. How do you do it every day?
But I think his authority, from what I've learned from him, comes from his purity. When you are
Mm.
blameless, my guy, you can say anything without even when you say like you don't have to defend the truth. He doesn't need to defend the truth. Because you look at his life and you look at what he says is truth.
Yeah.
It's in the Bible, is how he lives it. But he also doesn't come across as I'm a perfect human being. You
And
know,
he's vulnerable. That is something that I've realized. He is so vulnerable. And he can say, you know what I like about what he also says? He says that don't just believe what I say. Go home.
read the Bible. But some of
Actually,
us we only read the Bible on Sunday.
and
I
some
used
of us
to,
don't even have one to read on Sunday.
yeah. We have the
Yo.
app though on the phone, but when the app is next to Instagram, who do you think is going to be open more often?
Indy's gonna win. Indy's definitely gonna win.
And most of us we get our sermons from social media more than from the Bible.
And the ones that we choose, I think Paul wrote, he says, itchy ears within the intent to listen to things that does it. I think Jack used to say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Talks about the itchy ears.
Actually, who are we talking about? Philip.
No, but I would say that Jackie Hill was also saying
Yeah,
afterwards in one of her sermons, like she was saying about the itchy ears. We will then scroll to those that we do like.
yeah.
So we will hear Philip and we will like, this is you're scratching in places where.
And you realize people like even Jackie, they're not. People don't really like them. People don't really like the truth, man.
And the truth is, and the funny part, the truth will remove, not just reveal, but also remove things that's not supposed to be
But it will also isolate you because I realize the more I speak the truth, the more people don't put me in platforms that require the truth. They're usually like the surface kind of
there.
gospel. Phineas, you can't rebuke us. But also as leaders, I feel like leaders, we like to correct people, but we don't like to be corrected because the leader's always right. It's like those parents.
When you were saying that now, I was looking at and especially in not particular churches, but in a lot of churches was that you will have the altar calls and the conference,
Yeah,
you have the altar calls and you have all of this stuff, and then I'm like, now who says that the pastors didn't need this altar call?
that's why I like Philip when he said we need to organize a conference for pastors because sometimes the problem is not the children, it's the parents. But
Mm.
parents, a lot of times we send our children for counseling because it's the
Those are the
child.
issues that
Because
you didn't knew as a child. You
it's
know,
like
I
no,
think I think
it's the child's
you know
problem,
what
but it's the soil's problem, not the seed's problem.
the funny thing is, I think that also being now a father, I think I will
Mm,
get to know more of me through my child because she will reveal it unto me. This is actually you.
yeah, and
A lot
you
of
realize
times,
you're raising yourself. You are being what you never had. A lot of times, that's what I've heard, that children bring that inside of you. You
we
wanna you
work.
wanna be there for them, like you know.
There was something I watched online that was saying that we are making soft children,
Mm,
based on the things that you are giving your children the things that you've needed as a child. So now you're making a soft child, and you're doing all the stuff for the child. But it's the child never wants that, but it's like the old Phinius wanted that.
You know, when
The
we
old
can't,
Phinius wanted a small bite.
yeah, you want to heal through your child. That's why sometimes if you were never a doctor, you want to, if you didn't become a doctor, you want your child to become,
And the child
you
is
want to
allergic to
relieve,
medicine.
you, you want to relive your life through your child. Sometimes it's not fair though, because it's not the child that needs the healer, it's you. But sometimes we think our children are we use our children as a medication to our own traumas, which is not fair.
Okay, Phinius. I think that's guys figuring. That's it. Thank you so much. But Phinius, you were saying something earlier now that was really that hit me
Yeah.
hard, was the fact that you were saying that you're getting to a point where our friendship has gone from being friendship in actual family. Because I was like, yeah, Phinius, you're this type of friend, and you're like, and you just stop in that moment and be like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is not let's stop that. We're not even by the part of where we are friends any longer.
Yeah, because for me, from what I experienced when I came to Cape Town is that a lot of friendships are built on the gift. You know, I'm only in your life as long as I can use you. You know, and what I've always longed for is siblings, not you know, partnership and business and stuff like that. I think that's what human beings long for the most, and I think with us, you know, our the way we connected was from a human level, not from a, oh, John, what do you do? What do I do?
Oh, Phinius, where's your camera? Phinius, you have a camera in the car.
And you know the and I remember there was a season in my life where I stopped being the photographer guy, and that season revealed who are people in my life, because I realized some people were only in my life because I was the camera guy. But the minute I stopped being a camera guy, those people
We had no
disappeared,
use.
and I was like, this is a business. This is not friendship, you know. And
But then
you,
we disguise it as friendship
yeah,
just to get the benefits of a business.
no, it's a business of manipulation. You know, you know, it's I only like Phineas because he can give me something. I only check on Phineas when I want something from him.
And you know what I've realized? I have gone to a place where I randomly, like again, I've met up a few years ago with one of my friends, and I didn't realize. I told him, I said, "Look, you're number one. Let me say it. I'm sorry."
Yeah,
I said, "I'm sorry for what I've done,"
yeah.
but I told him I also explained this is the type of person I am. If
Mm-hmm.
you want me to remember your birthday, I'm the wrong person. I'm honestly, I'm the wrong. I literally know that I got this from my father. I
Yeah,
don't remember birthdays.
yeah,
But I had to tell him, but I will make now my duty because I know I'm going to forget. I'm
yeah.
booking 2026,
Right.
putting it on my phone
Yeah,
that I don't have an excuse to forget your birthday.
yeah.
Because I'm like, we're not just normal friends, we're actually more than friends.
Exactly.
And I need to prioritize that.
Yeah,
But the first thing I have to do,
yeah.
I say, I'm sorry.
But that's the thing. I think friendship requires humility. You can't build something really deep. Like when we spoke about, if I want you to be vulnerable with me, I have to lead you into vulnerability. But a lot of times we build surface relationships where I require you to be what I'm not to you. It's like, bruh, you want me to be friendly to you? Be
Be.
friendly, bruh. You know,
You want me to be generous? Be
you know,
generous.
you can only take people as far as you are. From what I learned, I can't expect you to be something that I'm not allowing you in.
You were saying that I've read this book, the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership,
Mm,
by John Maxwell,
yeah,
and one of his laws were the law of the cap,
yeah,
and it speaks about like I will never be able to take anyone as far as what I've never gone.
exactly.
Like if I've gone to a level of standard 10,
Yeah,
I'll never be able to take someone to third institution if
yeah,
I've never been there or never sat in that type of rooms.
yeah,
And that's what you were saying now. Like
yeah,
I can't expect to take you in a certain way direction, but I've never gone that far. Can't tell you the route to Joburg if I wasn't to Joburg.
No, bruh. But sometimes life now is we live in a world of technology where you can learn me, bro. Yeah, you have never been to Joburg, but we have apps now. Do a little bit of research. Because
Chat GPT can do it for you.
exactly when you are teachable, you lack excuses. But when you're not teachable, you always have excuses, and that's pride. So for me, you can't give me an excuse, especially in our generation, why you cannot do something with what we are being, with what we are exposed to.
Especially what I've learned is that, for example, when you go to a place where you want to show that you're wealthy,
Mm-hmm.
you will then show things like watches and cars, and you will show these things. But the actual wealthy people know that they never reveal their wealth.
No.
And that is something that you were saying now, is that in I've learned that I've sat with those that have and those that don't have,
Yeah.
and I've learned with those that really have, they
Dude,
are
my
more quiet.
my deepest relationship right now are not with rich people, but with poor people, because of the level of brokenness that they have allowed myself in. That is rich because now, like for example, homeless people, I get to interact with them not from a place of they have money, I don't have money. Now they see me and I see them. You know what I'm saying? And now when they see me, they no longer ask me for money. You know what they ask me mostly of the time? They ask for me. That's why I tell people the best thing that you can give any human being is yourself, not the temporary stuff that come out of you.
Yeah, if you now just get rid of the perception of what the homeless people are, you actually just gave them that 2 minutes, you would have understood that this person that is speaking to you was actually once upon a time
That's why I built
a
friendships.
philosopher or
Yeah, but that's why I also build relationship based on how my friends treat homeless people. John, if I take you to the street and you treat those guys like crap, we're not gonna be friends for a very long time, because you telling me how you would treat me if I was in the same
if I wasn't.
situation.
And
So
I
you're
don't
already
think
telling me who you are. That means with me you were pretending. That's why I'm saying that our friendship was based on what I have, not who I am. Because who I am is that I am nothing.
and anything that I have is nothing.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm deeper than the house that I live in and the car that I drive and the clothes that I wear.
Because that means you will also pull up your nose at me when I
Dude,
was.
when I'm dead, what are you gonna see? It's not a dead cop in there, bro. What I'm gonna remember the most is this moment. I'm not gonna care about how much money did that guy have. It's like, no, how did he treat the people around him? That's gonna be the most important thing. So that's why for me a friendship is deeper than,
And that will test your humility. We can speak about humility all we want to. We can
That's why
preach about it
yeah,
and do research about it. But this out on the field,
yeah,
to actually take this guy's hand, and this guy haven't washed his hands for a few days, it's gonna be quite hard. And that's gonna reveal your character.
even with status, because there are some people that I was close with when I was married. Now I'm divorced.
Ooh, there's the people
Those people are nowhere to be found because.
And you know what's the funny part?
Yeah.
Sorry to say so, especially in the Christian. Those was people that raised their hands in the past and said, "Let's just raise our hands for this couple," and
and then
the same people that didn't pray for you.
And when I was going to Weinberg, I was by myself, and I couldn't even call any of those people. And then it tells you a lot about our love is conditional, and it's based on what we think is perfect and holy. But I'll tell you right now, my friends are people who were with me during that. You see that 3 years, that 3 years of my life when I was in the pit, it is the most important part of my life. Everything else does not count, because those are
I remember
these are years where I needed people, and those who showed up are the only people that I will be like, I can trust you. I can go to war with you. The rest,
you can't say.
when Jesus had the three that he brought close, I'm at that point.
I think that was one of the. I obviously with you it was a very crucial time
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
have us around. But I hated that time so much. For one reason is the fact that I hated that nothing that I could say
Mhm.
would fast forward the lesson that you would learn in it. Like I said, there was no prayer,
Yeah.
there was no scripture,
Yeah.
and it was like
Yeah.
I can see what you're going through, but I don't have the ability to help. And I'm like, I wanna.
Yeah. And the thing, that's another thing, is because sometimes we think people are ignoring our pain, but sometimes people don't have their capacity to handle your pain. And if they help you, they steal the strength from you.
Mm.
And that's what my mother told me. She allowed me to be in the fire without her. She was like, he needs to go through this. He needs this, because if I save him, he will not learn anything from it. So sometimes you're gonna let your friends burn a little bit,
Because
and
that's a
then
lesson,
exactly,
and that will then allow you not to rob God of what He's supposed to do in that person's life.
and the maturity is not taking other people's absence personal, but understanding that that was only meant for you, not for them to handle.
Yeah,
Because sometimes we take it personal.
yeah.
John Baba's
Waar was Jay? Jay was he, and John was at the very brim of also going the same thing, but just because he didn't speak about it, he didn't verbalize it, like, and now you're like, but you like, I was also there's the same time I was also,
That's what that's why I posted today, that don't sometimes check on your friends if they're not checking on you.
dude. You know what? You know
But
what
we
I've
make it
realized?
we when we are self-absorbed. No,
You
yeah.
spoiled. There's a
If you put
spoiled brat. You just want people to check up on you.
we are addicted to attention. But
I
you never
see.
checked on those people, but you want to be checked on.
I see this thing. I
You
will
know, when you cry, you
randomly.
need my pastor to check on me. But when last did you check you on your pastor or pray for your pastor?
And actually go and knock at his door. And that knock on the door was actually going to save his life that night.
And it's because maybe our perception, when we look at people like Phineas and John Davis, are these guys, they don't have problems, they're angels.
You know how much times I sat there and I
Yeah.
looked at my phone. And I looked at my phone and I'm like, not one person. Of all the hundreds and thousand people, not one person is asking me. That's why when people ask me, how you doing, John? And be like, I hope you're having a great day today. Or I hope you're good. I hope you're okay. Then I'm like, you know how much I value this? My sister was saying
Yeah.
something last night on the family WhatsApp group, and she was saying, "Hey, family, just want you guys to know that, or just be safe on the road, guys."
Mm.
And I was like, "This is wow." To have a sibling
Yeah.
that know what's going on in the
Yeah.
road, and just
Yeah.
to send a message in the group
Yeah.
and be like, because somebody in that family was thinking, no
Mm.
one's thinking of me, but
Yeah.
just for her to be like, be safe out there.
Yeah.
I was like,
You know what I'm saying? And that is for important, because that person is letting you know that, hey, I care about you guys. But sometimes we care, but we don't show it.
mm,
But I think also for me, I think when it comes to asking for help during that season, I couldn't there's two parts of it, because I could have reached out and say, bro, I need help,
mm,
and I allowed you to be in that space.
mm.
But sometimes, you know some of us suffer from pride, and we're not very good at asking for help.
And no one showed us how to ask.
And when people don't show up, we blame them.
Remember, we had this conversation a few years ago.
Yeah.
Literally, where we
Yeah.
are right now,
Yeah.
no one has showed us. No one has showed you how to book a flight. No one has showed you how to get your passport together. No one showed you how to do your license.
But also sometimes when you ask for help, somebody makes you a status.
I helped. I helped Phinius today. I would. Oh my gosh.
That's why somebody said don't bleed around sharks, because they will eat you alive.
My friend,
Some
the
people.
first thing we're going to do, we're going to put on the camera because I want to just show. I mean, I've learned this, from where I was the young version of me.
Yeah.
I've learned to shut my camera more now than anything else. You knew every single move. There's something my wife will say. She said, Jean, I never I never thought we would end up together because I was like, this guy posts everything. If I'm going to put on this clothing at the concert tonight, you will know by the afternoon already because I put my clothing down and take a picture now. So you already knew what I was going to have on before I was even at the show. But I've learned now the power of privacy.
I mean, that's my situation right now, being engaged. The rubber shit terrible. To the
Say
haters
it
out
again.
there.
Being what?
I'm taking people.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting because somebody was like, "Why are you keeping a secret?" I was like, "There's a difference between sacred and secret and
Mm.
treasure things. If you look at anything that is treasured, it's not. It's always in a safe.
Not on the road here.
It's not exposed for everybody to see. Or, but also, I think for us, we didn't want the noise that came with.
Because we've been here. We've understood. We've understood this.
Yeah, and for me, I didn't want to look at it as an achievement kind of thing, and as a look at me kind of thing. Dude, people who
I'm
know
coming back. I've made it, Mama. I've made it. But you grow mature.
exactly, as I realized that people who know who they are, not show offs. They don't need to show.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, but no,
The wealthy people. They don't do this stuff. They don't go out there and be like, "Hey guys, we have just bought another
they wear the same
7
shirt.
plots,
They wear the same shirt for
plain,
the whole week, plain no
orange."
colors.
I mean, we're plain now.
But
I was saying
That's why we need to be like Philip and wear all black.
all black, guys.
Confuse the enemy. Make
all
you
black.
think you don't have money.
All black. I was in especially with our friendship. I think this is one of the unique ones where I've learned that not everything should be captured. Not everybody should. I mean,
Yeah,
the old us. Tonight there would have been a post. Thanks, Phinius, for coming around.
Yeah, but
and
also
having
we don't have
supper.
to talk that. What I love is that we don't have to talk that often for us to know that we are close. You know, it's like there's no insecurities when we're not talking. Because I
Nothing like
know that
what.
in spirit, that's why I was like, bro, we no longer are friends, we family.
Mm.
You know, so family is different. You know, when you're friends, you want to see each other every time.
You answered.
You know,
You literally answered tonight.
I'm a godfather, bro. You forgetting that?
Guys, gonna be like, "Who's my father?"
I got shares in the family.
Mm. I told just listening in the week. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think it's Tuesday or Monday. One of them. I said, you know what I really wanted?
Mm.
I've always wanted a brother.
Mm. And you know, we were actually, she took me as a brother before we met.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's the role that I played in the life phase season. And it was very funny that that translated into this as well. You know, and I'm like, God knows what we need, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because usually in situations like this, you get married in isolation.
Yeah.
And people who used to be important in your life, you don't longer need them. Because now you feel like, oh, I have the gift now, I can handle the gift by myself.
But now, actually, more in marriage, I need Phinius more than I was actually when I was single.
I'm gonna need you. Now you're a father. Guess who needs who? Now you're ahead of me. Remember when I was ahead, you were like looking up to me, and then I go.
And then I'll take a break. You run, you run, my brother. You run.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
who's look up to who? No,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a funny thing because I remember I was like, all the guys, because I got married before you guys.
For all of us.
You know,
For all of us. We were like, yo, who's that? This Phinius. Phinius, my brother.
I ran out of petrol, and you guys came.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for tickets inside. Phinius is running already.
But what I appreciate is that you guys didn't see that as a failure. Actually, that somehow you guys even respected me even more. But I think it was based on how I handled the situation.
Yep.
That the situation didn't change who I am.
Yes.
You know.
And if anybody have changed, I just revealed their heart. I revealed their and Stu just saying
because it came with judgment and condemnation.
You know what? Remember, I was very sick. You know, I was very, very sick, and I was very thin.
Yeah.
And the people was like, "Yo," even at gym, they were like, "Yo, you're not gonna come back, my friend. There's no way." And I came back.
Yeah, and you bounced back.
And I've realized again, the people that knew my potential was like, let him bake, let him cook. But the people that didn't know me, they were like, "Whoa, who's this guy?" Like, but the true people that knew the capacity of what I had was like, "We know this guy."
Yeah.
And the consistency that was there. But then sometimes at night when I'm at gym and I'm like, it's smarky.
And the thing is, this. I think for me, I'm grateful for isolation Because you need that when you're growing, bro. When the seed has to take root before it comes out, you need that hidden time and space. But sometimes that's what I'm saying. Now we need to stop taking things personal, because God isolates us for a season, because He knows that if we get exposed too quickly, we're not going to be able to handle what comes with that. So I think when we're not doing well, I mean, like you, I mean, you're blessed with an amazing wife, because some people leave during that time, maybe.
It wasn't my first year.
Yeah.
It was my first month. My first month. And you know what?
You got
For 6
married,
months, for 6 months, my brother, we didn't eat. We were fasting. For 6 months. What wife don't wanna
Imagine.
and that is a
That
character.
was a test, because imagine you get married and then you have all these
For 6
expectations,
months.
and then those things, the expectations have to die, and you have to grieve that. I don't know if you have spoken about that season of, because it has to take a lot
Dude, you
to
know how
bounce
it
back
takes
from all of that.
as a man. You know how much it took from
Yeah, because he has to take care of you, and then
I was sitting like this and she feeds me like this.
and I
And I
felt
was
like you
like
were married for like 40 years. Because that's a 40-year kind of marriage when you are at that space.
in the first month,
That
and I
was
was like,
first month.
and I again had to realize I was always the one that's I have got it. I've got all things together. I'm the one that's powerful. I can carry you. I can lift you. I can lift this bed up. I can push this car. And remember, there was one night where I was so extremely sick. The car, remember that was the car broke down. And one night the car broke down as I come around the corner. The car broke down. But the pride in me was like, even sick, I'll push this car home.
Wow.
And she was like, how the hell do you do? And I was like, because I'm still strong. And she said, you're not. Why didn't you stop?
I think what I love about Crystal is how she was with you when you were upcoming into your journey of comedy. People were with you in the process. A lot of us, we like finished products.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus, I want the cake. Hey, here's cake.
Yeah.
We don't like the journey and the process, and don't realize it's the journey and the process that makes us and actually even define us, and who should be in our lives and who shouldn't be in our lives. Because a lot of people would have loved you at this stage.
Oh, no, my friend. There's a lot of people that are like, we must bribe. We must bribe. Like, why didn't you bribe when I was why didn't you invite me for a bribe when I was by my grandma?
It's like, oh, now you see me. You were not seeing me back then. I'm still the same guy.
It's a funny part you were saying that like the call that we had prior to this was the item, very mini me.
Yeah.
People was like, what are you doing in a small car like this? And I was like, the guy in the small car and the guy in this car has the same potential. And again, based on our friendship, was that we've realized is that the Phineas that I've met so much years ago, and now I still see him as Phineas. Whether you have a camera in your hand, whether you're gonna go to Joburg and be with great speakers, or whether just having coffee here, I understand you're still Phineas to me. You're my brother. I'm sorry to say this. What I found very difficult when I came to Cape Town is that people are not purely kind because they're purely kind, but they use kindness as a strategy. Cape Town, that's my friend. This thing. My friend, we'll sell ice to you in winter. We have the capability of doing it. It's like you just kind to me because you want something from me, but can you be kind purely because you're kind? Like, flipping, don't be a politician here. Politicians only do that. There's a T-shirt with a baby. With a baby, the baby must come here. Then as a kid, get a child you quickly. Let me just and then auto you do that. You must vote fast. But that's don't politician me. Friendship should not be that. I mean, I always say that kindness is a way of life. Me and you should purely be kind because who we are. That's one of the fruits. It's like you're funny. You don't try to be funny. You know what I'm saying? But some people, it's like, I'm funny now. Yeah, guys. Wait, John. I want to say this joke. But also, I think you also find it very difficult because people expect that out of you. Yeah.